Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. So it has been probably about 3 weeks that I have not done a video or I have not posted. And I'm really sorry, I've just been super busy these last 3 weeks. But I'm here now and I'm gonna make a video. We're gonna do a cool makeup look today, guys. So I'm really excited for that. So as you saw from the title of today's video, we're gonna be doing like a watermelon look. It is snowing outside where I am, so we need to get into a summer vibe here, okay? And if you want to follow along, you can do this together. Thank you guys so much for watching, and just without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so I zoomed y'all in so we can get a close look. I've already done my brows because, I mean, they're always the same. Let me pin my hair back really quick. I've also got a whole bunch of new samples from my friend Ashley. So we are going to be using some of those today. One of the samples that I got from her, I don't like my hair the way it looks. One of the samples we're going to be using is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is the original one. I've never used this before, so I wanted to give it a try just because we were doing like a whole watermelon look today. This is what it looks like. If you guys don't know what it looks like, I think this is just a smaller version. I don't think it's the big size, but oh, and it doesn't come with the tube that you can wipe off. It comes with a squeezy tube. I'm gonna blend it out with my finger. And also for today's video, I'm gonna use the James Charles palette because it has, you know, a bunch of colors that I definitely need today. So I'm gonna use that. But first, I'm just gonna prime my eyelids with this. People say that they love putting an eyeshadow primer on, like an actual one before a concealer, which is fine. It's totally like your preference. I think I like concealer just a little bit more just because I feel like it's not as sticky, but you know, I like both. I can do both. And also I think eyeshadow primers do make the colors pop a little bit more, so you know, that's always a plus. So first thoughts, I mean, it's kind of tacky. It's not super tacky, just a little bit. But I mean, I actually do like it. It's something I have to see how like the eyeshadow applies to it, but I'm pretty sure it's good. It's very popular, so I'm pretty sure I like it. Like I said, we're gonna do a watermelon look, so I'm gonna do like a full cut crease of green, and then do like a white liner maybe, and then like pink with like black, like the seeds, the black seeds. I need tape to put on my eyes. Found it. So I'm just gonna put tape on my eyelids so it's not, we can be more precise about this. I'm gonna make it kind of big today, so let's do, I think they're pretty even. Okay, to start off, I am just gonna set my eyelid just because I like doing that. So I'm just gonna take this first shade right here, and which is kind of like a nudish shade for me, and just set this primer because I just don't like a tacky base. So I'm just gonna set this first. Now that we're all set, I washed all my makeup brushes the other day, so we are set for full look. Alrighty, let's start with a big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna start with the green, which is kind of like the outside of a watermelon, of course. I'm gonna start with this green at the bottom, just a lighter one. Oh, very pigmented. Okay, I need to look at one here. Okay, and I'm just gonna make it like we're doing a full cut crease. And we're just gonna bring it up here, kind of below the brow bone, and just swipe it back and forth. Don't want to apply this too much just because we're gonna apply that darker one too. So this is kind of like a transition shade for our full cut crease today. So, I mean, even though I set that base, I mean, that green still really pops. I mean, it's still a really good green. We want to use a big fluffy brush to kind of just blend it everywhere where you need it. Get it all blended beautifully. So I don't want to blend it so far up my brow bone. I'm just taking it kind of just on my crease and a little bit above. But you will get a lot of green up here, but it's okay. If you don't like that, just go further down, but I don't mind it. So I'm just going to, you know, just keep it right there. I kind of like when my whole eyelid's covered with color. I like that a lot. All right, now that we're done with that green, the lighter green, we're gonna go in with a more precise brush, and I'm gonna go in with the darker green right beside it right here. And I'm just gonna make this just right here in my crease. We don't wanna bring that dark green up to the brow bone. We just wanna keep it below the lighter green. So I want to keep it just right here. Kind of swish it in your crease a little bit. I'm gonna use this mirror. Okay, I don't know why, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's like creating those lines. I don't know if that's my veins or what. It looks weird, but I mean, it kind of goes with the whole watermelon effect right now, but I don't know what's doing that. But I'm just gonna continue to blend this in with the lighter green to get a nice blended light green to dark green. And if you do blend too much with this one, you can always go back with the big one with the green and just go over it more. And I'm just gonna leave the streaks in it just because I guess that's what it kind of looks like. I'm gonna use a different brush to see if that helps any. This is a Profusion brush and this was a Morphe brush. Sometimes they work good for both eyeshadows, but I'm just gonna see how this one works today. It does get it more precise though, just because it's a smaller fluffy brush, but let's see. Okay, it definitely is doing the same thing on this side, so I'm assuming it's my eyelids. I should have used this brush because this one looks a little bit too much dark green and this one looks perfect. So let's just blend this out now. All right, so I have that green finished and I think it looks pretty okay right now. I honestly don't know what to do next. I'm actually just gonna cut my crease to apply the red right now. So let's do that. For my concealer today, I'm just gonna use the new Wet n Wild foundation. I actually love this foundation and use it kind of like on the regular. So I've been loving it since I bought it, but I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand like that. And I'm gonna take my concealer brush and then I'm just going to do a full cut crease. All right, and there is my full cut crease. And what I'm gonna do now, just to kind of set it so I can get an idea of kind of what I want, I'm gonna go in with, of course, just this red right here for the inside of the watermelon. And I'm just gonna take that red and just start packing it on that cut crease. This is gonna be a full-on watermelon, guys. Okay, so I'm done with the red. It has a lot of fallout. But anyway, oh, it's done my nose going. Anyway, I didn't make it totally perfect on the outside of it because that's where I'm gonna put my white line for like in between the green and the red. So I just made sure to pack it on like more of on my lid and just try and get as close as I can to it. But for right now, that's good. So I do have this NYX eye crayon that's white. I don't know if you guys can see that. I want to try and use this. I don't know if I can. Let me see. I'm going to use this a little tiny brush. Maybe I can do like a, let me see if this works. Oh, I don't know if it's dark enough. Oh, it kind of works. See, it kind of makes that, I don't know if you guys can tell, it kind of makes like a line. But you got to put a lot of pressure on it. Let me do something. Let me see if I have something even small. Oh, I'm going to try this Wet n Wild one because this one's so small. Alright, so I'm going to take this eyeliner brush. I'm going to create a white line in between the green and the red now. Okay, now that I have that white line on, I kind of used a mixture of both of these brushes just because this one kind of was a little too big. But now that I have that on here, I'm going to go in with this just really white one and kind of just pat it over. Kind of like if that eyeliner was a concealer or something. And just make it even whiter. So you can already tell this side is way better than this side. And it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. We can fix the red and the green. I'm gonna go back in with the red and kind of clean up the bottom of where I don't want the white. I'll just go like this. So I think this is just a mixture of going back and forth with the red and the white and everything. So I'm just going to take some more. All right. So that is how it looks right now. I'm pretty happy with it. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna try to do the seeds now of the look, and I'm gonna try and use a black eyeliner. This one's a little bit smaller, and I'm thinking about just, oh, there you go. Just tapping them on, and that should be it. Hopefully they're not humongous, but let's try it out. All right, guys. Am I a watermelon? I think my seeds are pretty straight. I don't know if you guys can tell. Well, I mean, I think they look pretty good. I mean, that's pretty good to me. So I think this eye is pretty much complete. I actually really like it. I think think I worked really hard on it, so I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this eye really quickly, and I will be right back when we are done. Alright guys, I have done both of my eyes. How do you guys like that? Why does it look like this one does not have enough white? This white is actually good to use on its own. I think this eye is so much better because I learned what I shouldn't have done on this eye, which was to cover it all red and then put the white over. I should have just went like 3/4 of the way, and then if I wanted to leave white, I should have left white. You know, we learn from our mistakes, and I know now what I should have done in the very beginning. So you guys will know too if you guys ever want to try to make a watermelon on your eye. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, as you can tell, this eye is a little bit more pink on the white, and this one's more white. So, I mean, that's the best I could do. I don't want to take it all off and then redo it, so I'm just gonna leave it. It will look so much better once my eyes and my face are done. But yeah, this is the look for right now, guys. I hope you guys really like it. I think it turned out pretty good. Anyway, so I'm just gonna do the rest of my face, and then after I'm done, I will come and we will finish the video. I do want to say one primer that I've really liked recently that I got from my friend Ashley out of all her samples was this Becca First Light Priming Filter. This one feels very hydrating, and I actually really like it. So if you guys have a chance to pick this up and try it out, I really would give it a chance, you know? For foundation, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator, and mine is in the shade Tan Medium Deep, but this one's a little too dark, so. But I'm gonna use this today because it's very hydrating and we need some hydration today. I'm gonna use my Sonia brush today. I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm just gonna buff it out with this, and then if there's any streaks, use my beauty sponge to pat them out. And I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild concealer to conceal underneath my eyes. To set my face, I'm gonna use the LA Colors Mineral Pressed Powder. I've been loving this powder. As you can tell, I fit pan a long time ago. I'm just gonna use this powder to set my whole face. For bronzer today, I'm gonna use my LA Colors bronzer. I actually really liked it. I actually really like it. It's too dark for me, but if I just put a little bit on at a time, it usually makes my face just even out. So yeah, I'm gonna use this today. For blush today, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild one. It's a new one. This one's in the shade Nudist Society. And I like this one. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's not overpowering, so I like it. So I'm gonna use this one today. And for highlight today, I really wanted to pop today. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Mega Highlight one. And this one's in the shade Precious Petals. It's more kind of like a pinky gold one. And I'm gonna put this also in my inner corner and on my brow bone too. To set my face, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set Spray. I got this up in my e.l.f. event calendar, and I've actually been really loving it. So I'm going to set my face really quickly with this. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some green and a little bit of this red underneath my lash line to give us some more color. So now I'm going to do my lashes. I'm going to curl my lashes And these are 2 mascaras that I got from Ashley. This is just the volumizing lash primer. It says, so I'm gonna try, I've tried it and I love both of these mascaras. And then I'm gonna use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes one. I've never tried this, so I was so excited to try this one. But I'm going to do my lashes really quickly. Alright, and lastly for lips, I use this from the e.l.f. Retro Paradise palette. Like set. I use the darkest brown. And then I use this, I've never seen or tried this before, the Glaze In Lip Glaze. This is in the shade Butter. It's like a gloss, but it has like this, I don't know if you guys can, let me see. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's kind of like a iridescent shine. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like me creating like a watermelon eye look and just kind of going over my face makeup with me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!